police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
What up, Lo?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? We are in here, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. I'm still trying to pull everything together because, I just do things at random. You guys know how I do it. Definitely click the notification bell because, I go live at random. And again, this is definitely a random live. So I got to give y'all the brown cracker Raider Twuan salute. We are in here again. That's right. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. And let me go ahead and pay the bills while I'm here. Remember, you guys, if you guys need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG at Twuan, TWUAN, TWUAN. Always remember, Raider Twuan is a advocate for being a donor. If you're interested in being a donor, all you have to do is look in the link of my description, and you get all the information you need to be an organ donor. Also, if you are live and you're live with us, click !DON in the chat, and the link will pop up for you to be a donor. Okay. And I gotta do a couple of more things, you guys. Couple of more things. Give me a second. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope all is well. All is well. Let me do this. Gotta make sure I take care of this, y'all. Gotta make sure I pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Gotta pay the bills. Also, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, you guys can do that. The ticker is going across across the screen there. And that is how you can be how you can help the channel. If not, go ahead and please subscribe. If you have not, click the notification bell and click the like button. Why? Because I like you. If nobody else likes you in the world, I like you. So go ahead and click the like button. I know some of you guys are still just rolling in. I know some of you guys are still trying to, digest everything, trying to break everything down, trying to get a little understanding of what is going on, what has happened. And I am here for that, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know how I get down. I talk to you guys. You guys talk back to me, and we'll definitely get it cracking for you guys for sure. Shout out to everybody in the chat as we go through. And remember, you guys, make sure you guys do this. I forget to pay all the bills, right? You guys know my channel. You guys know what I'm about to do. Ask Twuan. Remember, if you have any Raider or life related questions, you can send those at Ask Twuan in the chat. Make sure when you do it, put hashtag in all caps Ask Twuan, or send it to me on IG with hashtag Ask Twuan. Or if you send it to me on IG, they also have the voice chat mode, so you can voice chat me the question, and then I will, if it's a good question, then I will actually do a video specifically on that. Let me click off of that for you guys. There you go. So questions, I got questions. I hope you guys let me put a 1 in the chat if you guys have seen the game plan. If you've seen my videos called the game plan, if you've seen at least one of them, because I put 2 of them out already, put a 1 in the chat if you have seen my video, the game plan. I did something a little different. I actually did one time I did it like as a, well, they're pre-recorded. But I just did a pre-recorded and then just sent it out. And then the other one I did, I actually released it as if it was alive. And then, so I'm trying to give you guys the information, but I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the information while, making sure it works for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I want, you know what I'm saying, what we're doing to work for you guys. And if I can, whatever it is that I can do to help put information out or to make things better for you guys, definitely please let me know. Please let me know in the chat or in the DM. Well, let me know in the DM. Don't put it in the chat because I might miss it. But send it to me in the DM. And yeah, I am here for you. That is right. I am here for you and the nation. So definitely. Let's see. Auntie Six said, yeah, I seen it. Okay. 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 Oh, that's what happens when you haven't been live in a minute. Let me do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I covered all grounds there. And because I did that, let's do this. You know what time it is? It's Raider roll call. All right, my name is Twuan. Yeah. All right. We are It is the Raider Roll Call. You know, I give shout outs to everybody within the nation, everybody that comes and shows love to this little old channel called Raider Twuan. I appreciate and thank you guys for being here. Please make sure that you guys are sharing us with all platforms, all your medias. You know what I'm saying? This is a safe place, drama-free zone for sure. But let us go and let's see who is the first person in the chat. Raider Romeo, blessings to you, man. Hope all is well. Rob Pena, always a constant. Thank you for being here, man. Nightbody's always doing this thing. Remember, make sure you guys be a donor. Get the link in the chat. Auntie Six, hope all is well. Hope all is well with you. Blessings to you and your family. Captain Point, good to see you. I hope all is well. Thanks for coming in, man. If you have not, please subscribe, click the notification bell, and, you know, go ahead and click that like button because I like you. Wild Turkey, what's good? What's good? Good. All right, so I think we got it covered. I think we got it covered. You guys, so if you guys do not know, I try to go live at least twice. I try to go live at least twice, and then I normally will drop a 2 videos. So that's kind of my rotation. If I have anything added, you guys will definitely see that. You will see that. You know what I'm saying? If you have the notification bells on and popping, but definitely, you guys, we want you guys to be involved. We want you guys to get active in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you know, you talk to me, I talk back to you. That's just how we get down over here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we are, oh gosh. We just got out of let me see, let me read what you guys got in the chat. Let me see what you guys got here. Rob Pena said no run game, no defense. You know, so the teams are now playing a different it seems like this, and I might be right, I might be wrong. You guys make your own decision. But these opposing defenses are committing to stopping the run to force us to pass. And the Bills were in a position where they stopped the run, and because they're good in their secondary, it became a problem. They cleaned up. Obviously, we can tell that the Bills cleaned up what they had messed up the first week, but now they were in a position to, you know, to do what they did. And defense, I don't want to solely put it on the entire defense. I think it all stems from our D line. And I said that in our in the game plan. If you watch the game plan, a lot of stuff that I said last week. And I'll say this, after I finish this, about some other stuff, because I do need to get that off my chest. But it all stems from our D line. They can all shift. The offensive line can shift to take away a player on the D line. They can also run plays away from a player on our D line. But there's something when you have one player versus multiple players. And right now, not saying that it can't get better, but right now on our D line, all we have is Max Crosby. So, because of that, they're running plays away from him. And then they're also, when they need to, they're shifting help to that side. And because they're shifting help to that side, there's no, everybody else is kind of like on one-on-ones. So if everybody else is on one-on-ones and Max is over there getting doubled and tripled at times, that lets you know where we are on the D line. The expectation is that we're supposed to, in any situation, supposed to beat our one-on-ones. And right now, that is not happening. That is not happening. Also, you guys, if you need prayer or you guys want my IG, put exclamation point pray. It'll give you the link to my IG, and that's where you'll be able to send your prayer requests or your Ask Twuan question. I like you too, Romeo. Appreciate you. I'm looking at your guys' chats. See if there's any questions there or any comments regarding the game. Oh, wild turkey. You got the hotline open? Hey. They need to call. Hey, look, hey, if you want the hotline, I'll do this. Since it's just us. Since it's just us, y'all. Raider Romeo said we need to throw more deep balls. All these short passes ain't. I dropped a video about it. You know what I'm saying? I dropped a video about how the deep ball matters. And unfortunately, I'll say this. Unfortunately, that deep ball that Jimmy did throw ain't gonna work. That is not going to work at all. Okay. That whole situation of him throwing the ball and the receiver have to wait for the ball to come. That ain't you asking for it to get picked off. Yeah. Yeah, that part, Rob. And that's what we run into. You know what I'm saying? Go, like I'm telling you guys, go back and watch my videos. I'm dropping a whole lot of knowledge, and I'm not even trying to boast or brag. You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping a whole lot of knowledge. Last week, before I bring in my guest, last week I got killed for my take on this week. For it to play out very similar to what I said could possibly happen. Now, when I do the game plan, because I don't want you guys to get that twisted. When I do the game plan, I'm literally talking about what needs to be done in order for us to win. Whether I think we're going to win or whether I think we may possibly lose that game. I'm going to give you what I believe needs to be done in order to win the game. You know what I'm saying? They could go against, the best team that ever walked on the face of the earth, and I'm still going to say, hey, this is the game plan in order to beat that team. Even though I may not fully believe, if I had to put money down, I wouldn't be putting money down on us winning that. But the game plan, that video, that segment that I released is what I believe is going to be the success for us to win the game. But last week, I got killed. I saw it in the chat. People was calling me, another content creator. Everything else for me to be right. And we'll talk about it even more after I bring in my guest. My guest is here. I think he's going to calm down today, but he might have something to say in regards to the game, and we'll let him talk in the way that how he wants to come in. You guys, the link is definitely in the chat. I normally don't do that, but since we are a family, short little family, you guys can do similar to my guest here. Just calm down, but have your mic ready to talk, and we can have a discussion. Definitely, you guys. Here we go. Raf's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hello, Raider Twuan.
Hey, how's it going?
I cannot believe what I just saw between Las Vegas Raiders versus Buffalo Bills. I mean, what happened to the defense? Because they didn't have too much energy when it comes to second and third and fourth quarter. I mean, at the first one, we just very slightly calm, but it seems that the second, the third, and fourth quarter didn't have the best performance. I mean, it's a really tough place to go in after the win. Jacoby Myers was a big loss. I understood about that, but it's not very predictable. And Jimmy was very predictable, and he was too slow at the times, but he can do a lot of much better. But I didn't see anything could happen like now. I mean, this is something that I was realized that I was could take it. But I know that we had Jimmy G, but that's not always simple about because oral line he deserved like a lot of better. But since they had the performance against Buffalo Bills, we just screw. I mean, if we had to improve at least a lot of better, because that's a lot of strength. But I don't think that is gonna be like an excuse. But I think because after the performance against the Broncos, that was really okay. But after the performance of Buffalo Bills, I mean, there's a lot of holes in the defense at the online pause because there's something to need to improve it, including Jimmy Garoppolo, the wide receiver, and some people that say that Jimmy Garoppolo is not the future, but it's Aiden O'Connor. So I understand that I have the quarterback position, but did we just see like the quarterback just having a big mistakes like that? Jimmy Garoppolo just had some mistakes, and he knows what about it. So I guess it's not the best performance that we just saw for the entire years. And I know the Buffalo Bills defense is very solid, but we just screwed up for the defense, and we need to improve a lot of more.
Yeah, and shout out to Laura Roshidas, Milka Beasy, and let me scroll up. Jolie, good to see you. Hope all is well. Blessings to all you guys. Um, thanks, thanks, thanks for coming in. If you have not, please subscribe, click the notification bell, and click the like button. Um, I look, I over here, and I gotta say this because I know some people are gonna be like, "Why are you talking like that about your team?" Over here, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the Raiders. I'm gonna give you my opinion on the Raiders, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, there's gonna be some bad. There's gonna be some bad talked about, and I as soon as I watched the flow of the game. And let me see, because someone said it in the chat. Someone said it in the chat. Let me find it. There we go. Laura Rashida said, "No mojo," and it goes to exactly what I saw in the beginning. We scored, cool, but what really shifted where I said, okay, if they score here, we're done. Just the way our defense has been playing, our offense. Yeah, we look good on the first drive, which obviously the first drive is always going to look good because the first drive, ladies and gentlemen, is scripted. They know the plays that they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? To march down the field on the first drive, all of that. When they scored before the half, and then they got the ball back and doubled up, I was like, we're done. I was like, if they score in before the half, then come out second half and score again, we're done. Why? Because our defense is not into what I've been hearing in reports, and we have a guest coming in after I finish this. After all the reports of our D line is dominant, and our secondary is getting turnovers and all of that. Where is it? And that's where, like I said, because those things are not happening. What when a team does that, and that's why a lot of people like to refer to, when they win the kickoff or whatever, they like to get the ball in the second half so that they have that double up situation. So after I noticed that was in play for them, I kind of already knew that it was going to be tough sledding. But as we continue to break things down, you guys let me know what you guys think in the chat. Let me know how you guys feel about the game. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the StreamYard link is there. Don't be afraid. This is a safe place. You know what I'm saying? For your comments and thoughts. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my guests is here. I'm glad that he is here. You guys know that in certain things, there's always two sides of the story, and because there's always two sides of the story, everything is up for review. Check your mic.
JT, you're muted. No. We
Can't hear
cannot still
anything.
hear you. Oh.
Okay, he's out. He'll probably come back, but yeah, you guys, that's where I saw that the game was pretty much a done deal. Okay. Milka Beasley said offensive line got, yep. I ain't gonna use that word because I like to try to keep my language to a minimum. But you guys can read what he's saying. And you guys, that is another thing that is very, very interesting to me, that O-line last year and the same group, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course we added Van Roten, but everybody else has been on this team. So you have an offensive line that was known to get the run and be powerful and dominant in the run. And now the past two games, it has been a missing factor. Again, it's up for review.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
now we can hear you. Yes.
Oh, you can hear me now? You can hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Now there was another window open on my phone. Let me go get comfortable real quick. It's not gonna take too long. Let me close this.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, for the Raiders versus Bills, I mean, what happened to the defense? What happened to the online? And what happened to the special teams? There's nothing. I mean, I cannot use the strong language, and I mean, we suck at the defense. We just suck at the online because the Buffalo Bills were superior because they have an elite defense, and we couldn't have it about the defense. So we have no passion. We have no essence. It's all about the same. We just came back for the last season, and we just have it. I just realized that the defense just sucked today, but we can improve it about a lot of better bits because there's a lot of more to improve because there's a lot of holes at the defense, and Messi, it didn't contribute it. I mean, this could have happened like this one because I know it's not very easy to beat Buffalo Bills because they had a strong defense, and us, we just saw because they didn't have the passion, they didn't have the power. They just have to go to the sleep. I mean, if I was the coach right now, I would say, hey, you gotta wake up because right now the defense is not working as good because we need to improve a lot more, especially at the online, the special teams, at the red zone for the position of tight end.
JT, can you see, like, if I pull up something on the screen?
Can I see if you pull it up?
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
I think this is the first time in Jimmy's career that he has not had a defense. Yeah.
That goes to what we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe I've been saying this for the past couple months. Been getting ridiculed, been getting called. I'm like, it's obvious. I was like, there's no point in bringing a guy here who won't be able to. We're not putting him we're not putting him in position to be successful. Any quarterback that comes here is not put in a position to be successful, and his skill set doesn't sit with this team. You need a big play, one play score type of guy with this type of defense. You have to put up numbers. This guy doesn't put up numbers. He's very consistent. He is who he is. And everyone always says he's a game manager and knows how to win games. A game manager doesn't typically win games. He just manages a game that's already pretty much, just don't make a mistake to lose the game. The
Yeah,
team
that's
around
exactly.
you is going to assist. Pretty much you're assisting everyone around you to win the games. And we are not doing that with him. I mean, offensively, I'll be honest, the playbook ain't that extensive. There isn't. You can clearly see the only person who had a really in-depth playbook was Myers. To look like go-to plays that you can go to. It looked like the matchup was made for Jacoby Myers. As soon as he
Uh-huh.
got hurt, it's like, I mean, most of the plays that Devontae had, it was on scrambles where Jimmy G had to extend time, and then it was just backyard football type plays.
Mm.
Yeah, that's exactly. And I know one of the important factors against Buffalo Bills is the running game. But we didn't see any important about the running game. They're just lacking, especially for Tyree Wilson. And some persons, they just wanted to see, oh, Tyree Wilson are just like a draft boss. But I don't see the point right now because everybody thought that Jalen Carter is better than Tyree Wilson. But I just see Tyree Wilson just like his career. So just give it like a lot of time to see this kind of improvement. But we are tired to be patient because if Tyler Wilson needs to step up to the game to improve the running game, including all the defensive rushers, I mean, because I'm not gonna drop any F bombs right now because we need to improve the running game because we just we just definitely suck. We effed up. And this point right now, we just want to tell you, Tyler Wilson, we are tired of being patient because you need to step out to the game and we need to see you a great performance to shock the entire world. That's what I'm just saying.
I hear you, Ref, but unfortunately, like Jimmy G, that's not who he is.
I and
And that's the issue. You guys bring in guys who show you who they are, and y'all expect them to just do what they aren't capable of doing. You think everyone came here and was like Jimmy G is gonna put up 30 to 40 points a game with this offense, not
Yeah.
realizing he doesn't have the skill set of the previous quarterback who was able to put his team in position to score 30 or 40 points because it was required. Jimmy G was never required to do it, so he didn't have to develop those skill sets. He's not a deep ball threat. He maxes out at 50 yards when his accuracy. The further, like, to have accuracy, okay accuracy at 50 yards. His medium long range balls are not really accurate, as you've seen where he got Devontae killed, and that was everyone's issues with the last quarterback we had here. They used to say he used to throw receivers into big hits. I mean, I remember last week I said, "Yo, I'm seeing the same thing I was seeing last year with this team on the defense and on the offense." And everyone was like, "I'm just being a Debbie Downer. We won the game. Why are you mad?" I was like, "I'm not mad. It's just what I see. Y'all
Yeah,
have.
that's exactly.
It's like I said, you guys are happy. Like it's smoke and mirrors that y'all looking at. We beat the last place team in the league that had a lot of injuries at their key skill positions, and we still were struggling to stay with the guys in their skill positions as backups.
Yeah,
That's
even
that's what my issue is, and I it's
I
just frustrating that we have the Super Bowl.
I
We
got so
had
upset.
mhm.
we had a team 2 years prior that was in the playoffs that had enough pieces that just needed to be built upon with a foundation, and we tore it down to the ground. And diminished all chances of playing in a home Super Bowl. And now we got our previous quarterback is on a Super Bowl caliber team and has a possibility of coming into our building, or honestly, a building that he built, that he can say he built, and win the first Super Bowl in a jersey that isn't donning the silver and black.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Or my worst fear in the world is I'm not even gonna front. The Dallas Cowboys might actually be real this year. And
Yeah,
I
that's
for
exactly.
damn sure do not want to see no Cowboy fan in our stadium.
Yeah,
And the
even
problem that
though
I
that.
have, we have no say in this. We have no say in this.
Yeah, I even know about that because I'm very frustrated, even though that I'm just mad right now between for the performance of the defense. But Tyrell Wilson needs to improve, and we just tired of keep pages right now. He needs to start at the position right now because at this point right now, we just get need to Jacoby Myers getting back to the action. If he doesn't, it's too late because we just need a game plan that we just start to build the defense all over again because right now we just need.
Happy's in your chat. That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
go
hit the
ahead and
like
finish.
button. Hit,
Go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish what you got to
yeah.
say,
Go ahead,
Raf.
We
Raph.
just okay.
I
So
got to handle something.
yeah, because we just need like a game plan to do something with the defense because there's no passion on the defense. There's no energy on the online, especially the special teams against Buffalo Bills because we just suck. We just effed up because we almost forgot it because there's no game plan. We just forgot everything because we just screwed it up. We need a new game plan that it works all
I'm
about the defense and the pass rusher. That's all they need about it.
I hear you, but no, I'm not gonna
Hey,
totally agree with what you're saying. I'm sorry, go ahead.
let me take care of this, and you can you hold your thought?
Yeah, I can hold it.
Okay. So uh Hefe, I'm telling you right now, uh you ain't welcome here, dog. I'm trying to be really nice about it. Um, I got word about how you mishandled some situations with some family of mine, and because they're family, it rolls over here. So you can go your merry way, and you know what I'm saying, go find another chief podcast or whatever. I know you didn't subscribe to my thing. Thank you for giving me a couple of watch hours. I know you didn't click the like button, because
Click it on the way out though. Click it on the
you,
way out though.
you ain't about that. But you ain't welcome here, dog. I'm letting you that know that up front. So and I'm being very nice about it. So
Uh,
you can go somewhere with that. Go
yeah,
ahead, JT.
Uh, I will say this, Raph. We definitely need a better game plan. We did have a game plan. The game plan
that's what
wasn't
I'm talking.
effective. The problem is that Josh McDaniels is willing to die with the ship instead of deviating and trying to figure out in-game adjustments that can possibly change the trajectory of how the game is going. Him and Patrick Graham, whatever they work on during the week is what they're gonna die on the hill with. They're gonna go down with the ship with, and that's a big issue because clearly they know how to game plan or come up with the opening game plan in the beginning of the game. They were able to do it with Derek last year's team. All the time opening drives look great. I mean, shoot, the previous coach was able to do that with scripting like the first 10 plays. The offense looks unstoppable. Then all of a sudden, teams get a couple drives in, they make a couple adjustments. All of a sudden, we can't move the ball. That's coaching. That isn't players. So the game plan definitely needs tweaking in after like the first 2 or 3 drives. They definitely need to come up with some better adjustments in how they're assessing the game, how they're acknowledging the changes. I'm gonna say Tyree Wilson. I'm not gonna kill the young kid just yet because I mean he's honestly just learning. Unfortunately, we're demanding more than what he can actually give us. Because one, we drafted him when he was hurt, so he didn't have a training camp. Had very minimal time in preseason. Um, and two, he for what everyone was praising him for, I never praised him. I've privated my video, breakdown video of him. I'm probably gonna release it soon. I just didn't want to kick everyone while they were down. People were saying this and that, and I just said, "Fuck y'all." I know what I see. Everyone said he had a great motor. Everyone kept telling me he had a great jump off the ball with his snaps. Everyone was telling me, no one was going to be able to stand in front of him. I said everybody was wrong. I think he's not a number 7 pick, but he's more like a 30, 30, 34, 30 to 40 range pick. He wasn't a first round guy to me. Potential is out of this world. I can see why they drafted him based on potential, but you have to have pieces in play. And it's kind of backfiring now because you're starting to see all his deficiencies. Like he had these issues that you're seeing now. He had last year at Texas Tech. If you really want to know who Tyree Wilson is, go watch the tape of him against Kansas State. Go watch him against you can watch him against Baylor and what's called he literally does the same shit there. But the difference in why he looks good in college compared to the pros is because the kids in college just aren't as strong as the guys in the pros.
Yeah, that's exactly,
Yeah,
JT.
honestly, what really pissed me off was when the preseason game in Dallas, where he got blocked by the wide receiver, but everyone said, "Look at him just destroy the wide receiver." No, he lost a one-on-one block to a wide receiver that was almost 100 pounds less than him.
Yeah,
I
that's exactly.
and I have a clip where I could show you. He's literally almost Reggie White with stature. Reggie White around 6'5". He's around 6'5", 6'6". Reggie White had a little bit more weight, but he's around Reggie White's weight with his strength. Like if he wants to idolize somebody, he needs to idolize his game after Reggie White, develop a hunt move because he has ungodly and just unnatural strength, just natural, just strength. Like he's just like a farm boy, man. He's super strong, but that's all he has. He has no tool. He has no kit. He has no setup move. He has no development move. It's all pure power, and everyone wants to know why he's not on the field much. That takes a lot of energy to just rush and push. That takes a bunch of energy that he doesn't have. I still don't think he's in shape, and you're now starting to see what he is as a defensive end. He's a defensive tackle playing defensive end. He's a defensive tackle right now. Move him as
Yeah.
defensive tackle. Put him next to Max so he can eat that guard up and eat the center up. Stay in the middle with his long arms. He can reach out and grab the running backs. I'm not gonna lie, the defensive tackles didn't look too bad today. I'm not even upset with the defensive tackles. Now the Bills didn't really attack it that much. I mean, they attacked it late, but I mean after the defense damn near played the whole third quarter, you just knew, all right, man, they about to run the ball down our throats. So I mean,
I mean, what can
uh,
I say about it?
yeah,
I
it
feel
is what it is at this point.
I feel like, what I'm saying, and I was trying to get to what Milka Bees was saying about the whole, is McDaniels the one that's going to lead us to the Super Bowl? And at this point I would say no. Because if he's not going to be able to make those proper adjustments, what I'm saying, to whether it's maneuvers of personnel or whatever the situation may be, then we're going to be stuck in this situation. There's no way, and this is just my belief. Again, I speak my belief. You guys say how you guys feel, but I there's no way that Renfro should get the only touch in the game in garbage time. It was almost like preseason. You know, like in preseason where like, oh yeah, let's try to get that one guy. Let's finally let this guy get his. Like when perfect example, when Algoa got that sack in preseason, the last game of preseason, everybody was all happy for him because, you know, he was the international defensive, you know, guy, and, you know, he had the long shot situation. That's how we treating Renfro.
I mean, well, he don't want Renfro. Renfro's not his type of guy. He's watch Carter's going to get more playing time because he's a speedy guy, and he needs speed from his slot guy. I mean, like I said, I knew Renfro was gone. I thought Josh McDaniels can do something with Waller because he kind of fit the way that he can use Waller the way he used Gronk a little bit, you know what I'm saying, with his pass catching radius, but he just couldn't deal with the guy's character. He can tolerate Renfro's character, which is why Renfro's still on the team, but he just doesn't like his skill set. And honestly, I like Renfro's probably gonna get the Derek Carr treatment.
And you know what the sad thing about it is, and Milka Beasley is like right on spot, and we've been saying this too. We're already in week 2, and everybody in the league knows that.
He didn't have a faster get off. He was still slow.
No, I'm talking about everybody knows that the only person that we got on the D line is Max. So because everybody knows that,
yeah, you could game plan for that and do exactly. You just go, you go either. Yeah, it's real simple. You either run directly at him or you run away from him. You run directly at Max or you run away from him, or you let him run himself out the play because he's undisciplined. Gabe, I kind of disagree with you, but I kind of understand what you're saying about the defensive tackle. They weren't horrendous because they honestly didn't. Yeah, they didn't get pressure, but they also can't like they kept lane integrity where Josh couldn't step up in the pocket because they were there. He had to go outside. Like the defensive ends were not containing Josh. The defensive ends were the ones being undisciplined, opening up the holes and the gaps. So the defensive tackles did enough to look better. I mean, they did enough to look average to below average. You know, which for them is good because they were looking terrible. So that's an improvement. It's not the improvement we wanted to see, but it was an improvement. Honestly, the Bills couldn't really run up the middle early on. Not until like the mid-third quarter where they really started moving the sticks and they just ate that clock up. Like, honestly, they ran the offense that we needed to run today. Just methodical. And then I knew it was over after we got the 4th down stop on the goal line and we didn't really answer. I knew it was over then.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, they could have had it like to improve about the defense, but now it's too late. But I just wanted to tell you that I apologize because right now I gotta hop off because I gotta make it some dinner, and I just wanted to say that salute to the chat, to the panel, to Raider Twuan, to Champlain and NWA, JT, the king of controversy, and what are my quick thoughts about Raiders versus Steelers for the next week? We need a new game plan. We need to improve all about the defense. And of course, Robert Spillane is going to have his biggest performance against Steelers. So have a great night, folks, and Raider Nation for life. And make sure to subscribe to Raider Twuan, JT, and of course, El Capitan Rafael. No Chiefs fans allowed. No Denver Broncos fans allowed. No Los Angeles Chargers allowed. Just Raider fans. Just Raider fans.
Shout out to the 23 in the chat. Make sure you click
All
the
right.
like button.
So, Ralph, have a good one, man. Enjoy
Have a
dinner.
good one.
Thanks, Raphael, for coming out. Thank you. Please check him out. He does some good content. He has a whole bunch of UFC, wrestling, and everything else on his channel. So definitely go ahead and check him out. I said it in the private chat, but I'm gonna say it publicly. I didn't want to be right. I really didn't.
Make me eat
But
crow.
I said it last week. I said if we come out here playing like we played against the Broncos, we gonna F around and find out. And that's what happened.
Yeah, you found out what happened when a team doesn't make mistakes and beat themselves. That's what literally, if the Broncos don't make those mistakes, the score is pretty much similar. Well, you know what? They're not going to put up 38. They probably might put up 26, 27. They're not putting up 38. But that's the reason why we won the game is we didn't win. I don't feel we won the game. I think the Broncos lost the game more than we won. And when you struggle with the Broncos like that, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, and that was the other thing is like, you know, and for those that are in the NWA chat, you know what I'm saying, the link is in there. So if you guys want to pull up, it's there. And I believe also, and I'll put it back in the because I timed out Hefe. I got to figure whoever is a veteran in this YouTube, I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to fully get Hefe like completely out.
Ban him? You talking about ban him?
Yeah, because he is. Really
I mean, you could ban his channel, but he could just make another one though. That's the thing. There's no way really to stop him. So
no, that's fine enough for me as long as I don't see that
that name.
Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, so I knew that if we were going to, and especially like for me, because my eyesights are not just let's just win this game and I'm cool. My eyesights are playoffs. All the markers that everybody was and I'm gonna say this, and I might hurt some feelings, might lose some subscribers, but you know I'm gonna speak my truth. All the bars that everybody was saying that our past quarterback could not do. I'm trying to get us to that state. So if the bar is to win a game in the playoffs, we need our eyesights to be on playoffs and Super Bowl. And if we play like we played against the Broncos, like I said, if we play like that against these playoff teams, we're not going to be there. And this was the perfect opportunity. And I said this also on live. This was a perfect opportunity for us to win this game. Not only just win this game, but that also helped us in the conference, because we know that somewhere down the line at the end of the year, the Bills are going to be a tiebreaker for us in some type of fashion if we're trying to hope to get in the playoffs. Yeah. Any playoff team, you want to try to beat that team, because that team might be a play, you know, like a bracket buster for you when it comes to getting in the wild card. So this was an important game for us. And like I said, I was hopeful that they could shore up those things, but you watch the game and they're doing the same things. And tell me if I'm right or wrong. Chat, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Put a 1 in the chat if you think I'm right. Put a 0 in the chat if I'm wrong. Tell me if they play like they played with the Broncos.
We did. I think we made more mistakes. I think honestly, and let's be real, I think Jimmy had 2 interceptions. Should have had a third. You know, so like Jimmy Garoppolo does not have the capabilities of doing what Derek Carr did with a team that has minimal possibilities to win outside of just outscoring teams. Jimmy G is not going to outscore a team. That was the reason why Derek Carr excelled with the Raiders. He was the only win con. Jimmy G is not a win con. So when people want to sit here and keep telling me Jimmy G is a winner, no, he's not. He assists winning teams and not blowing games. That's the factor. We don't have a team that can win despite what our quarterback does.
Whether it's the previous quarterback or the quarterback we have on our roster now,
any quarterback we've had,
we have
any quarterback,
any quarterback that we have.
Jason
Like
Campbell,
I said, whether it was our past quarterback or the quarterback we have now, they have to play with this defense that we have. They have to play almost a perfect game.
Bruce Mikowski.
To even have a chance, like so.
Yeah,
after he threw that pick, that first one, it was like, okay, maybe they may be able to try to do. There's still a slight chance, but after he threw that second pick, it was like,
there's no chance. If we have a turnover, our win possibility, especially if we don't get a turnover. If we don't get a turnover, I mean, that win possibility is going to go down to like 25-30%.
Yeah.
Because we're, as you can see, we're not scoring. We're not going to score a bunch of points. A game manager doesn't go out and score points. He just manages the game, takes over a clock, minimizes the game. And when a team can minimize the game on you, we're not built to put up points. We're not built to put up points. We're not a quick strike team. We have players who can quick strike. And I believe Soto said, a bright side is we have Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker's great, but guess what? He can outrun Jimmy G's arm. We can't utilize his skill set. His skill set is speed. When you have a quarterback who cannot throw down the field, you take away his skill set and his talent.
Yeah.
He had the guy beat by like 7 yards.
You talking about that deep pass?
Yeah. And then he just waiting and it's flowing. It literally looked like Derek, like the balls that I hated Derek throwing were the super long lobs that would just stay up there. Like, God damn, like the rainbow shot in basketball. It looked like that. And it's like, he's going to outrun Jimmy G's arm every time. Like Jimmy G's going to have to Jimmy G can't take a 7-step drop. With the speed, like with Devontae Adams' speed and Trey Tucker's speed, they're going to outrun his arm. And Trey Tucker's short, so he's not really going to outjump people like Jacoby Ford did. Yeah. So it's like there's so much talent that isn't going to be utilized correctly with just the game plan that they're putting together.
And you can tell that, even some of those the deep shot was kind of more like a desperation. Let's try to make things.
Yeah, you have to take those, and it's required, which is why he threw that errant pass to Devontae that got him drilled. You have to take shots, but that's my thing. When is the defense going to start taking shots? When they're just like, hey, man, when your back is against the wall, damn it, Patrick Graham, when are you going to take a shot and be like, hey, man, we're going to put you on an island. We're going to come with an all jailhouse blitz. Be ready to jump the pass. Like, I mean, we're not stopping them from scoring anyway. So what's the point of giving up a 70-yard bomb if you're just going to let them methodically just roll down the field, 14-play drive, 10-play drive, 11-play drive. The one drive we got to stop on, I think it was 9 or 10 plays. So it's like, if we're just going to methodically let these guys go, damn it, you better start taking some shots because you're not stopping them. How many did they punt? They punted what, one time today? I don't even remember them punting.
That's a good question.
I know they turned it over.
I don't think they did.
I don't think they punted today. So it's like, it just I'm not trying to I'm not going to throw shade, but it's just like, I don't know what people be evaluating when they look at things. Because, everybody who we signed on defense was not talent. It's just not talent. It's there. And the crazy thing, it's not talent it's not top 10 to 15 defense talent. They're not. These are C and D players that we have. You're not getting B's and C's or A's and B's off free agency like that late when we got them. They're out there for a reason, and now you guys are seeing what they really were. Like, and I'm not trying to say I told you so, but it's like I've seen it, I knew it, which is why I was killing the team before we even played our first game. I was like, bro, y'all gonna see it, y'all gonna understand, y'all gonna be frustrated. I'm not being frustrated. I told y'all I'm gonna make y'all keep that same energy y'all had in preseason when you're like, hey, we ball hawks. Look at all these turnovers they're getting. We're getting turnovers against guys who barely can make their college teams that are not signing. We made the guy who was the Dallas Cowboy quarterback. That fool was looking like Bart Starr out there against us.
What is the dude's name?
I don't even know his name, but everybody know what he did against us. And got cut the very next day. We gave that guy a highlight tape for it, for his grandkids to look at. Hey, look what I was doing. I'm tired of being a highlight tape for people. Like, every time people have bad games, everyone's like, yeah, everyone was talking about the bad game they have. They're going to make. No, man. We don't have the defense to force people to make bad throws. We don't have that defense. And honestly, we have some players who can, but we don't have the defensive coordinator who's going to put them in position to even have the chance to cause a turnover. Like, I mean, shit, when Diablo did blitz, he got in clean. Didn't see another blitz the rest of the game, did you? That I can remember off the thought of my head. They probably did blitz, but you just can't remember seeing it.
Hobbs did.
Marcus Epps ain't even close to top fucking 15, man. Stop. Just because he played with a top 5 defense with the Eagles, that doesn't make him better. That whole defense is just good. And their chemistry of the defense is great. That's what makes them good. Their chemistry is top 3 in the league. Their play style is top 5 to 7 in the league. Their coaching staff is top tier in the league. So when you add all that, of course you're going to look good because everything is aligned. You have top talent everywhere, from GMs to coaches to your coaching staff to the medical team to the media team to your video guys. All that's top notch. That's why it looks good. When you have a half-ass team, half-ass general manager, bullshit organization, our medical team, I don't trust them. They're questionable. My defensive coordinator, this guy can't outcoach me in Madden. I could put up a game plan better in Madden than he can. Like, nah, bro, you're built to lose. And honestly, we're only going to beat the bad teams, and it's going to be like a false sense of security. Beating bad teams, and people are going to be like, oh, hey, look, they're in the NFL. No, they're still bad by NFL standards.
I think I think that's also like going back to Jimmy G. I feel like
we're doing him a disservice. We're doing him a disservice. I'll be honest, we're fucking his legacy up. Literally,
he got away with it because of the talent that was around him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not talking about the offense. I'm talking about on the defensive side. You know what I'm saying? The other pieces that were around him. I think, like I said, he could throw. He could still, like, going back to the Niners or whatever. Like, he could throw a pick with the Niners and know, okay,
they'll get the ball right back in 2 plays.
I'll get the ball back. You know what I'm saying? But
at worst, they're gonna get 3 points.
With this team, just like we saw today, he threw a pick. And
that's 14 points. That's 14 points. That's 14 points if you go pick, because they're gonna score. Now we have to score. Yeah, that's a 14-point swing because that's points that we could have had, and they're gonna go down and score. They're gonna go down and score.
So and he can't. He doesn't have the margin of error.
None. He has to play perfect. He has to play a perfect game, and how much pressure that's going to be.
This is not just Jimmy G, you guys. I'm not. I don't want you guys to think that I'm over here trying to bash Jimmy G. I'm just saying, as the quarterback, we can put Aiden O'Connell back there. We can put Tom Brady back there. We can put Patrick Mahomes back there. It's the same thing. Same thing.
Because it happened with our last quarterback. It's literally the same. I'm being honest, it looks like last year's team. You can't say it looks that much better. And the crazy part is last year's team didn't know the offense, was running into each other, but they looked better. They had no experience with this offense, and they put up more points and look better, even while making mistakes and making obvious mistakes, not even lining up. This year, they know the offense. They're aware of the calls. They know the cadence. They know the audibles. They have a guy who knows the offense as a quarterback, and they're looking worse. Like, I don't know what the hell happened to the run game. Like you brought that up when we were texting during the game. It's starting to look like a sabotage. Like, yo, these guys ain't blocking at all. Like, Josh Jacobs had negative yards.
Like we weren't good at like we weren't good at running the ball last year. Like, it would be one thing if that was what we weren't good at. Like, we were good at that last year.
No, we had the best running back in the league.
So
and a top offensive line. Now all of a sudden, like, it's just done a complete 180. Now they know how to pass. They know the pass block now.
Where's Waldo? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where is Waldo? Like, we were good at running the ball. So how did we lose? How do we lose that?
I don't know, man. That's it. Like I said, when you brought that up to me, I'm like, that's the only thing that kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense.
And hear me out, you guys. I don't care that the Broncos had a top 5 defense. I don't care if we went against the top defense. Our running game was so good that even the teams that knew we were going to run the ball, we still ran the ball good.
Shoot, the Seattle game.
Everybody knew we was going to run the ball. And guess what? We were still getting those yards. And it wasn't just solely on Josh Jacobs. The offensive line was doing their job.
There wasn't that. Yeah, there may be one person who could have come clean that he had to juke. But it's like, I'm talking about from the right guard to left tackle or left guard to right tackle. I'm talking about the whole D line was just blowing up the run plays. Like, it's like they knew the run was coming and we were tipping the play. It looked like we were tipping the play and they all knew they were coming.
But even like I said, even if they knew that we were going to run the ball, like that, our offensive line was so good that even when the defense knew we were going to run the ball, we were still getting yards.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the light point is,
where is it?
It took 4 weeks last year. Remember, it was like week 4 where he transitioned to going full-fledged run.
But that was because we were doing the carousel. We don't got the carousel anymore.
True, but I'm gonna be honest. I got to treat it like it's a new team again. You got to. That's how it's looking like it's a brand new team. So you got to treat it like that. Last year, it took them 4 weeks to figure out what type of identity they wanted to do. It looks like it's gonna take another 4 weeks here because he's not throwing the ball like he did with Derek Carr, like last year. He's not throwing the ball that many times or forcing the issue. I mean, they're trying to run, but I'm gonna be honest. I can't blame Josh for not running the ball if the O-line is gonna block like that. You can't get on them for like, hey man, these motherfuckers just cannot block. So why am I going to just call a run play? Hobbs got flagged for hands in the face on that interception and gave them the ball right back. But that's always been something with the Raiders, just the very favorable timely penalty. It's always happened with us for some odd reason. I don't know why. even I was like, you just knew it was coming. So as soon as you saw the yellow flag sign, you just knew. You just knew. What did we do? So it was like that's not a shock anymore. It's like expected now. To be unfortunately, that's like an expectation now. I'm not gonna say Hobbs had a horrible game. I mean, overall, the defense itself, outside of Spillane having a couple missed tackles, the blitz by Diablo, I don't think the defense had a good game at all. I think overall the defense just had a rough. The defense just had a very very rough day, and it was expected. I mean the Bills makeup totally counters what we are as a defense. They just got too many horses. Everyone was talking about Gabriel Davis. Gabriel Davis was going to kill our corners. We couldn't guard him. I honestly, their third wide receiver didn't even have to get started. It was just Diggs and Gabriel and the rookie tight end that was killing us.
Are you talking about the tight end that everybody was not worried
Yeah,
about?
yeah, the one.
Acting like,
Yeah.
okay. No, I'm just putting that.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Mayer was a better all around tight end with his package. I knew he wasn't as good as a catcher, pass catcher as him, you know, but all around the package that Meyer offered, I thought was better suited for an NFL, and it's starting to look bad. But I put more of that on coaching because I think he's in a bad system. I mean, but Jimmy, I'm not sure why they don't use it more. They throw it more to 81, like Hoff. Is it Hoffer or how you say his last name? Whoever our tight end is it 81?
Oh, you talking about Hooper?
Hooper, yeah, they use Hooper more. I think Mayer isn't. We're just not putting him in positions that he excelled at when he was at Notre Dame. And we're putting him in bad situations as a rookie tight end who's learning how to be a professional to try and block professional defensive ends. I mean, it's going to be a learning curve, bro. He's not facing kids from like Rucker. You know what I'm saying? You're facing the best of the best.
Yeah.
So it's a learning curve, and you're seeing he's getting a very humbling lesson now. You know, these guys are just as big, if not bigger than you at defensive end. You're not bigger than the defensive ends, are the same size or stronger. So, you know, he's just getting a very hard lesson. You know, Max tried to show him, hey, bro, it's different in the league, and I'm gonna show you why it's different when he punked him that day. But you know, it just hasn't resonated with him yet, and it's just a learning curve he's gonna have to go through. It's a learning curve that is going to be a lot longer, I think, for Tyree Wilson. I got more faith in Mayer than, well, yeah, but I blame Tyree's development on the management. I mean, like if we drafted him, my first thing is here's tape on these guys that you need to emulate. This is what you need to work on. Now that I understand that you're hurt, when you come to camp, just be ready to work on this. And he's literally worked on nothing. He looks exactly like the same kid who was at Texas Tech. Slow off the snap, decent second snap, all power, tries to use his leverage, but these guys are bigger, they're just as strong, and some of them might even be more agile at the tackle position than he is as a defensive end. And he's just getting valuable experience, but he's gonna have to like show some. If he only has a bull rush, just put this kid in the middle of just put him in a defensive tackle, and then you have someone who can actually push the pocket back.
Yeah.
Like if you know he's strong and can push the pocket back, and your defensive tackles can't do that, push him there. He's only going to play about 30, 35, 40 snaps. Not even 40, man. Like right now for I think he had like 28, 29 snaps today. So if you're only going to get 28 snaps out of this kid, put him inside. and then give guys who actually know how to pass rush, put them out there on the edge. See what you have with. I mean, they played Rockwell, whatever his name is, the guy that just signed. The guy we released and re-signed him.
Oh, Rochelle.
Yeah, at least put him out there. Or Kuntz or somebody, man. Somebody who has a little bit of a package that can rush on the outside. Because this guy's just every time he's on the outside, it's just a stalemate. Either he's going to win by getting leverage and pushing the guy back, but he only did that maybe 2 or 3 times today with his pass rush. Like I think he had one tackle today, like and that was a team tackle.
And that's why with Tyree, I'm giving him, and this is just me, I'm giving Tyree up to week 4.
I think you gotta give him a year though. I don't think you can give him week 4 because what's going to change in 2 weeks though?
I'm just giving him a preseason's worth of games. You know what I'm saying? To give me a.
But okay, so then where do we go?
Week 1's gonna start for you week 5.
Week 1 starts week 5. Got okay. So
I'm just saying because that's the only explanation I can give, or some type of, because again I talked about it before. It's like I don't like that we're selecting, like, of course, maybe Tyree was the guy. Maybe they liked him or whatever. But I just hate the fact that he was not ready. You know what I'm saying?
You drafted an injured guy who needed surgery. That's my issue. That comes down to the medical team because they have to assess it. What type of injury it is, what's the recovery time, what's the recouping time. Is he going to be back for rookie camp? Is he going to be back for, like players camp? Is he going to be back? Like you didn't assess none of that?
None of it.
And then the guy who was there to teach him that you want him to emulate, you now start a beef with him? So now that he developed a relationship with Jump, with him, now all of a sudden he has to stop talking to the guy who was mentoring him and teaching him how to be a pro. What if he developed a really great relationship with this guy, and now he's feeling a certain type of way because you're mistreating his like closest friend, the guy who's teaching him all the ropes, the guy who's been playing how long has Chandler Jones been playing? 10, 12 years or so? I don't know how long he's been, but he's a well-respected vet in the NFL. And your organization is known for treating players bad, not being fair to them, always in the media when certain guys want to leave. That's the narrative that we have now. So it's like, who do I trust, the team or do I trust the players at this point? Now you're putting him in that situation. Like, it just this is why I killed The Office all off season. People always kept trying to say it was the players. No, it was them. We don't go from a great locker room to a bad locker room, and now you have to, in order to stop all the chaos, you have to kick everybody out and only bring guys who you like. I'm not gonna say it was sus then at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say it's sus now because I don't think I personally feel we're not utilizing him correctly. I feel he's a defensive tackle. I think he needs a position change. And then later on he could develop into a defensive end. But for us to force him into a defensive end, I think it's a bad coach making a better player who's better than what he is look bad. Like, a bad coach can make a good player look horrible.
Facts.
And you're starting to see that right now because let's be honest, Josh Jacobs looks like what Saquon was looking like a couple years ago. No, he's honestly looking like Sean Alexander to me from Seattle. After he had like his great season, he just got terrible. and but I mean, but there, like I said, there was good things out there, but there was just so much bad it dwarfs the good things that were out there. Because honestly, like when I watched I really feel it's more coaching. It's more coaching than it is play. Like last year, it was just sometimes there was just nothing we could do. They just had way more talent and way more skilled players, and we had and we just couldn't match up a lot of the times. But this year, I'm not seeing that. So if it's not that, if it's not the skill, if the talent is equal, what's making this difference? Why are teams of equal talent at this such a the scale is so far off? How are they scoring 38 points and we only putting up 10? Because I don't think that, like I said, I didn't see the Bills that good. I didn't think the Bills are that good. They just showed us how bad we were, how bad we are. I don't have the Bills that good. I don't. I think I have the Bills missing the playoffs. I don't got them in the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's why I'm not too upset because I had us 1-1 after the first 2 weeks. I had us 1-1. I just had us losing to Denver, not losing to the Bills. I had us beating the Bills. So for win loss, I'm on par. I had us 1-1 after 2 weeks. But the way we won and the way we lost is far different than what I imagined. So, I mean, I wish the team would make me eat crow, and it sucks that they're proving me right. It truly sucks because it just means that I'm not getting I'm not even getting an appearance to even being like in this AFC Championship game, and it sucks that like I'm right next to Vegas and my team has literally no fucking shot. Like that feeling of my team having no shot is what really just pisses me off. And I don't see when we'll have a shot to get back to the Super Bowl. That's the frustrating issue why I have and why I'm just so strict on my critique of the team.
Yeah, I just had the mode of I knew that they had to play better, and I'm still on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on.
But can they play better? Those the thing.
Whatever it is, I'm not. When I say play better, I'm just saying in general, just whether it's coaching, okay, whether it's
got you. So, can I ask you a question?
Schematic, like it has to be better.
So with our schedule and the teams we're playing, what is the better play that we need to actually win games?
I think it all starts up front.
On what side of the ball?
At this point, both. I think the offensive line is fine in the sense of I think they can. I don't think all of a sudden they just lost how to block the run. You know what I'm saying? Like, or how to open up holes for our running back. I am very sure that they haven't lost that. But this D line, and I've been saying it like for the longest, like D line's a question mark for real, especially at defensive tackle.
The D line is max. It's max and fill in the blank. It's max and fill in the blank.
Because as soon as they were trying to identify Blau Nichols and Tillery as our starters, I was like, yeah, they're gonna be running on us. They're gonna be running on us. And what happened? This is how much they were trying. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is how much the Bills were disrespecting us. James Cook is not an in between the tackle No, James.
Is
James.
James Cook? I thought it was Dalvin Cook there.
No, Dalvin is at the Jets.
Oh,
James, his little brother, is not a in between the tackles.
wait, that wasn't Dalvin Cook? I thought that was Dalvin Cook. That was James?
That was his little. He looked like Dalvin the way that he was
Same
playing.
armband and everything.
No, I said that before. I said that when when he came out, because I actually saw his highlights and stuff like that. I was like, he's a smaller version of Dalvin, but he's more of a outside, you know what I'm saying, outside the numbers, you know what I'm saying, swing it out, pitch out type of running back. He doesn't hit them. He's not running in between the tackles. And guess what they did? They made him run in between the tackles. That's how much they didn't care about our D line. They said, "I know you're not a in between the tackle running back, but we're going to run you up here anyway, and you're still going to get yardage."
Okay. Hey, you know what? I just found my list of things that I had of things I want to see if you would agree with this. So I just went down the line.
Shout out to Raider Chaos. Good to see you.
What's up, Chaos?
If you have not, please click the like button. If you have not, please subscribe to Raider Twuan, and also, go ahead and if you get a chance, go ahead and check out Up for Review.
Yeah. So I was just going down the things. It looks like I did a comparison, position from position, Bills versus Raiders. So I said, all right, so you say special teams, who would you go with? Raiders or Bills?
I want to give that to the Raiders, actually.
I did too.
Okay.
I said, like what I wrote in my notes, no contest, best special teams duel,
Okay.
For goal line, this includes all offense and defense. For goal line, who would you go with?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Goal line as in?
Like goal line for offensive goal line, running and all that, play calling, everything, and defense.
Bills.
I said push, but I lean more to the Raiders.
Okay.
But I'm saying that basing off the running game and what we were doing off last year. I mean, but after today, I kind of see why you're going Bills. But I had it as a push, but I lean to the Raiders. On defense.
Oh, you did this before the game.
This is before the game. Before the game. I was doing on paper. I was just doing on paper, and then I had keys to victory and things like that.
Got it.
So I said before the game, not after the game, because we know the game, like that, honestly, they look outside of special teams. They pretty much win every position almost. But before the game, if you had to pick defense, we both picking the Bills, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you had to go from the defense, overall defense is the Bills. If you pick D line,
Bills.
You want the Bills defensive line? I went with our defensive line. I said we had the better defensive line.
Really?
Yeah, I think we had the better defensive line. Overall, I mean, I just didn't have Oliver. They didn't have Von Miller in there, so. But yeah, I thought we had a better defensive line. Linebackers, who'd you have?
I really don't know their linebackers like that, but
I had it as a push, but I was leaning to the Bills linebackers. I thought the Bills linebackers are better. And after seeing that interception they had,
but Milano is not a linebacker, is he?
Yeah, he is. Milano's a linebacker.
Oh yeah, then Bills.
But I think even if I had to, I still think I might have picked Diablo over Milano. I might.
Really?
I think he's going to be a better linebacker than Milano. Remember, this is only his second season, and he's still learning, and he's getting better. And he's putting on weight, and he's learning how to carry the weight better. So I think Diablo's going to be a really good linebacker.
No, I give that to him. I think he actually has played a whole lot better You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's actually improved. So I think that's a high spot, you know what I'm saying, for
Mm-hmm.
us. But
I liked him last year. I thought he was getting disrespected last year. People were just saying
he,
things just to say things. He was one of our best players last year until
he
he got
just gonna
hurt.
need I think he just need to eat a couple of more PB and J's and hit the weight room.
He just needs to look like a linebacker. He still looks
Yeah.
like a big safety. He looks like Cam Chancellor still. But once he gets bigger, it'll be nice. DBs, I mean, it's no contest. The Bills have better DBs. All right, so on offense, overall offense, who are you leaning on? Got a better offense. Before the game, not now. Before the game.
That's hard. Raiders.
I picked the Raiders too. At quarterback, individual, who you leaning?
Bills.
I had a push, but I was leaning towards Josh Allen. Running backs,
Raiders.
not even a no contest. I thought so too. Wide receivers. That's where it gets tricky.
On paper,
On paper,
Raiders.
I went with I went with the Bills.
Okay.
Yeah, they just more weapons, more actual weapons that get used. That's how I was seeing it. Offensive line. Remember pregame, not postgame. I
That's
know
what
it's
I'm
hard.
like. I have to like almost scratch my thoughts
Mm-hmm.
to clear it out. I want to say the Bills.
I had it as a push. But yeah, I had it as a complete push. I thought, I thought with the potential, with everything that was there, how we ran, if the pass blocking gets better, I think our O-line would be better than theirs. And then at tight end, what'd you have?
I think our tight ends are better.
I had it at a push only because Josh Allen doesn't throw the tight ends. I didn't think he threw the tight ends. I mean, but everyone throws the tight ends against the Raiders, so I
I'm
still don't think he throws the tight ends, but it's so easy to do it against us.
I'm higher on Hooper than most. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the reason why.
Okay. Yeah, and this is my key to the victories. This is what I take on what the Bills were. And I really should have sent that to him. I said Bills' key to victory was tempo. Take the matchup the Raiders give you. The Raiders still haven't shown they can guard and man up. Spread the formation, attack the weak inside pressure from slow linebackers and young defensive tackles. With with dart runs from like the from shotgun. It's like a dart. You can attack them in the edges, which they actually were doing. Well, they're doing more draws and actually they ran a fullback, which was I was like I was weird. I was like, oh, they had a fullback in there a couple times today. Um, and I said they should run dart because they can attack. They can attack the inside, but they also can attack aggressive nickel corners and our defensive backs and defensive ends who uses a wide technique because they're undisciplined. Uh, this will put their skill players in one-on-one with linebackers to prove, and then you can prove to see if they can tackle in space, which Spillane actually was able to do today. He actually, I think Spillane had a good game. I mean, I think he missed two tackles. Outside of that, he was all over the field.
Spillane played well for us. He really
Yeah.
did. He did. I saw him. I saw him a few times. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
He's
go sideline to
yeah,
sideline.
sideline. He
That was
honestly he started looking like Perriman at times, running sideline to sideline, just putting the hat on people.
yeah.
I also had attacked the rookie who has struggled in read options since college. Do not force shots. Take what is given. And I honestly feel they literally did that shit to a T. They just take the matchup with the tight ends, throw it in the middle.
That's crazy. I'm sorry, I was scrolling on my phone and actually saw because I pressed like live to see like if like what's going on, and like there's the Bills podcast and they're talking about on their title they're talking about the Bills blew out the Raiders, and I'm like, dang.
They actually did.
I just had to shake my head at it like, yeah.
I know they actually did. That's the
They
fucking
did.
problem. Man, I gotta go get Acaibo, man. I'm like, just reading that like really made me mad because it's like if we played on paper, we look like the better team, but then to see, I'm not gonna kill them on effort because the effort was there. Like they were actually, there was effort. They showed heart, but it's just it was mentally draining. It was a mentally draining game because they were just methodically moving the ball so much.
Thrash, good to see you.
And it was like a slow, like it was like, you ever just see your friend get beat up and there's nothing you can do about it?
Well, and like I said, after, and when I noticed they scored before the half, and then they scored again.
That game was over. The game was over at the half. As soon as I said who gets the ball, like because I didn't know who got the ball first. Then I saw that we got the ball first. I said, "Oh, this game's over," because they're gonna. It was this. They're gonna score here at the end of the half, and then they're gonna score as soon as they get the ball out the half.
Mm.
And then the game was over at that point. You see, it was like, oh man, this ain't nothing they could do. And then it was just to see, I wanted to see where was the leadership going to come from, who was going to like try and pump up everybody and keep just keep everybody calm. And I didn't see that on the sideline. I didn't see the motivation come from what I wanted to see from a guy who's won, from like 44 games, or veteran wide receiver like Devontae, even though that's not Devontae's character. I didn't see it from Max either. Everyone's saying Max is going to step up and be a leader this year. This is where a lot of those guys who got shipped off, that were the energy guys, this is a game that you needed it. Because after we got that stop, we needed an energy guy. We just needed an energy plan. We don't have any of that. And that's where we're going to get hurt. That's where we're hurting at. And I think it's going to hurt us all season.
Good to see you, OG. There goes the link if you want to pull up for a little bit, OG.
Yeah, but man, where are the keys at?
Thrash, good to see you. If you guys have not, please take the moment to subscribe. Click the like button, click the notification bells, because I do go live at random. But I thank you guys for definitely pulling up. I'm here with JT, also known as Up for Review. That is his channel. If you guys have not, please check him out on his channel. He's actually going to be getting going shortly. So definitely get ready for the content that will be on there. Also, you guys, I have videos that I drop, about 2 to 3 a week. So definitely stay tuned for those. Click the like on those. Please help me get out there and push this Raider content and knowledge to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. I'm so happy to have him here. A guy that I truly love dearly, has a special place in my heart, and I'm glad that he is gracing, blessing us on this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, OG Jack Daniels. Good to see you.
Doing? How you doing, bud?
How you doing?
All right. Just watching all the games today. A lot of games I wanted to see, so I couldn't watch the actual focus in on the game. I put it on Red Zone
Okay.
so I could watch all the games I wanted to watch because the best part of this day was in the beginning. So I just had a question. All the Kardashians who were crashing Derek Carr last year, y'all blaming Jimmy G yet or what?
That
Are you blaming the play calling? Are you blaming Jimmy G? It's a quarterback. He's easy target. Blame him. I want to hear what they're doing. Look, this game is nothing to panic over. Okay, there was no way in hell we were going to win an away game in Buffalo, especially after being on the road for 2 weeks. Sorry. Okay, not panic time. We could probably still win the next 6 games in a row. We got Pittsburgh, trash. Okay, hate that fucking team. Hated them since the 70s. Okay, and you have to excuse the I shaved the beard. I look kind of like a Shrek with a really good tan, but that's okay. For Halloween, I'm going to do the Shrek thing and hand out candy to the kids. It's my thing. But I mean, we got a good chance of winning the next 6, but after that, it's going to get rough. So I want to see how, hopefully, over the next 6 weeks, we can gel enough to maybe take out half of those in the second half of the season. But right now, oh man, I watched that today and I was like, what in the meth lab explosion crap is this? And this is what we were looking at. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get downhearted. I expected this loss. We got 2 weeks on the road. Okay. We win one, we lose one. Okay. That's fine. Next week, we get to go home. Jimmy G gets a little rest in R&R at the Bunny Ranch. And then, hey, he dressed pretty sharp, for his interview. But then we got to play Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh sucks dog ass. We should win this one coming up. I ain't giving up hope. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just not getting as emotionally involved as I used to because I can't. I got taking high blood pressure meds and all this other crap. I take 3 pills for breakfast, 2 pills at night. Like, I'm old. It's what happens. But don't get down. I'm not down after this. I'm like, yeah, I kind of expected this. But, yeah, we got freaking smoked like a freaking salmon today.
Yeah, and I don't want people to get the wrong idea that I'm completely giving up hope on this team either. But yeah. I feel like it's my responsibility on this channel to bring out what I see and how what I'm seeing and what I see if my eyesights are for the postseason and for Super Bowl, what we're putting out there on the field, that's not going to work against these true playoff teams. And I think that was kind of the illusion that we ran into playing the Broncos, that we expect the Broncos to be the bottom of the barrel in our division, which means they're not going to make the playoffs. So if we're barely scratching to beat them, what are we going to do against these proven playoff teams? And that's what I'm trying to convey to people. It's not that I'm giving up on this team, but I know that we have to play a whole lot better brand of football if our hopes are to get deep in the playoffs or get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, how much time did Jimmy G have with the team in preseason? He didn't. Okay. Mm-hmm. So he's got to come out here and learn this shit. These first 4 or 5 games are Jimmy G getting used to the team getting used to him, the offense. Okay. Our offensive line, okay, here's the thing. The offensive line didn't look that great, and our defensive line got 0 pressure. Okay. That has to be corrected. Okay. Jimmy G will slowly and gradually get to the point where he's gotten more of a feel for our players. He's not throwing to all of our guys. His boy's out for concussion protocol. So should we have thrown a little bit more to Hunter Renfro? Yeah, especially there were some plays where he was open. Okay. Is he going to go deep downfield? Probably not. Not his thing. The dink and dunk shit is what we're going to be with. So find the guys that are open, get used to them, and get used to a feel for them. That evolves over time. Okay? The next 6 games should be pretty easy. I know you're gonna like, oh, geez, smoking crack, but we could end up 6-1. We could. Okay. Look at the schedule. Look who we're playing. Some of these guys are starting to show that they're not all that. Okay. We got to play with Detroit Lions at some point, right? They're all biting kneecaps. Okay, they beat the Chiefs. Yeah, they beat the Chiefs without Kelsey and Jones. They got their asses handed to them by the Falcons today. Okay, they're not asses handed, but they beat them. Okay, I don't expect to lose again until we play Miami. And don't get me wrong, I'm not being overly optimistic. I'm not getting emotional in this shit. Okay. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Okay. Today was not a day to put your head down. You're going in your second away game to Buffalo, who's a real contender, and all you people are new with each other. You're going to get your ass whooped. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. But I still, even with that being said, I still feel like we need to play better brand of football. You know, if our sights are for that trophy, right? We can't continue to, allow, like, we were talking. I don't know if you heard me talking to JT about it, but last year we were, our offensive line, which we, much hasn't changed on our offensive line, but our offensive line last year was really good at running the ball and opening up lanes to, to run the ball.
Yeah, but Josh doesn't have the timing down. Josh Jacobs hasn't been here to get that timing down. It will evolve. I'm not worried about that. Okay, looking at playing a long game. But yeah, we definitely have to. What we have to do is next week, after we fucked Pittsburgh up, everybody will be like, "Okay, we're good. Okay, look, guys, don't panic. Not panic time yet. Not even close. Look, you don't even know what your team looks like until after the first 4 games of the season. Okay, teams that lose go 0-4 at the end of the season, pick it up and go killing people. Okay, what I'm saying is a 17-game schedule. We got 1-1. Okay, we don't know where we're going to be until week 5, week 6. That's when you're going to see who we are. Okay, don't panic though. There's no point in panicking. We went up against a team who's been together for a while, been contenders for a while, with a team that your quarterback's new, your running back's rusty as shit because he didn't get any timing down with that line. That'll change. It'll turn around. It'll get better. And I really don't expect to lose again until we go to Miami. And I'm sorry, but when we get there, we're going to get our asses kicked. That's my firm belief. Now, I'm looking at things a lot more objectionally than I did last year. Last year, it was heart, soul, everything else. This year, it's like, can't do that. Got to look at it a different way. Look at it as an analytical way. And I've never done this, so it's new to me, but that's how I'm doing it. And instead of watching the game, I just put on Red Zone and watched all the other teams. The reason I did that is because I want to see what the fuck everybody else is doing. Pittsburgh's trash. We should kick their asses next week. No worries. Okay? But again, I don't expect to lose again until we deal with Miami. all right, which is like week 7 or 8 or some shit like that. We're going to be okay in the first part of the season. Then it gets tougher. But if we gel towards the end of the season, half of those losses could be wins. And that's enough to get us in. Okay. Kansas City looked like shit last week. And they didn't look that great today against the Jaguars. They really didn't. I mean, they won, but they didn't look that great. Okay. People are, Kelsey, I don't give a shit. Everybody go, oh, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's getting old. Okay. He's starting to get that AARP mail. Okay. What? Did I lie? He's on his way out. Like, he's on the downside of his career. And I'm telling you, you watch this year, you're going to see it. Kelsey's not going to be what he's been. But don't get your heads down. Don't lose faith or any of that shit. But watch. Watch and analyze. Watch and see where we go.
And I'm still there. I'm still, with this team. I still want them to do well. I still want them to, get whatever needs to be corrected. If it's, and I said it in one of my videos, if, a player on the bottom of the roster fixes the situation, give them the reps. Don't be afraid to see if that person's got it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, there's certain spots on this team that I feel like it still should be an open audition. You know what I'm saying? For playing time. And until we figure out identify who those guys are, let's just see a rotation. That means you're also keeping people fresh at the same time.
Right. And Jimmy G has to build some chemistry with somebody other than Meyer. Okay. Meyer's in concussion protocol. Will he be back next week? Probably. But, remember the coach of that fucking team who hit him and put him out of the game was accused of what they call bounty gate. I wouldn't put it past that motherfucker to keep doing it. You know what I mean? So, look, man, I think we're going to do all right over the next few games, easily. We're going to have a winning record. Kansas City is 1-1. We're 1-1. The Chargers are 0-2. And I don't know what the Broncos are doing right now. They're in the middle of a game. They were up 21-3, and then the last time I checked, it was 21-21. But understand, the only team with a divisional win is us. We're still the top of the damn division, no matter what the Gargler or the Donkeys do today. We're still on top of the division. Okay? We going to run? Catch us. Try.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs have no divisional wins. The Broncos have no divisional wins, and the Chargers have no wins at all.
Yeah. What did you have? What in regards to the game? Was there anything you wanted to talk about, positive or negative? We talk about both of those things here.
Okay. Well, the first series, if you want me to get positive, the first series looked good. We got to play for more than one series. Okay. We got to play for more than just a series. The play calling was absolute trash. And if things don't turn around, we're going to see Josh McDaniels on the hot seat. Who's our next guest? Who's that?
Oh, that was JT. He actually has his mic off, so I think he's taking care of some stuff.
Oh,
there you go.
I'm driving. Hey, what's up, OG? Long time no see.
Yeah, no, man, I haven't been visible for a while. I've been laying low, medical condition stuff, and then trying to get it back together and get to enjoy days like today watching football. I watched Red Zone today to watch all the games. I wanted to see what the hell. I was being nosy as a neighbor's wife, man. And I'll be watching again tonight and tomorrow night, seeing what's going on with everybody.
We gotta, in order to be good, you gotta watch everybody. But take care of your health. That's the main concern. I'm glad that you're back and you're able to grace us with your presence. Love seeing your pretty ugly little mug there. Tell your beautiful wife I said hello. But yeah, honestly, that's how we're gonna have to enjoy good football, is by watching other teams. Because if this is the product we're gonna put out there, outside of watching the opening drive, might as well turn the game off.
We'll be fine next week when we play Pittsburgh. Okay, Pittsburgh is trash as fuck, and we get our home game. Okay, this today I kind of figured would happen, so I'm not like all bent and freaked out and pissed off. It's like we got to play 2 away games. We're gonna lose that second one. It doesn't matter who it would have been. Okay. And you go on the road and then go on the road again. Yeah, this NFL scheduling is shit. Now, if next week we got a home game, Jimmy G will be back at the Bunny Ranch getting his on because he was all dressed all sharp and shit. And then next week we'll beat Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is ass. Okay? We're going to be fine until we play the Dolphins. That's my next loss prediction. The Lions showed that they weren't shit today. All the other teams we got to play between now and then ain't shit. We'll be all right. We'll be all right, man.
Okay, but
I see us going 6-1.
Wait, you said you're gonna be 6-1? You said?
Mm-hmm. Look at the schedule. We're gonna be 6-1 before we go down to Miami and get fucking smoked again.
So who are next? So outside of Pittsburgh, what are our next 5 games?
Oh shit, you making me Google shit now. Hold on. Let's see. Raiders.
Eduardo, I think that's the mystery. The whole Renfro situation.
Yeah, Jimmy needs to build some chemistry with some of these guys, okay? We got the Steelers. We got the Chargers who are 0-2 in LA, which is a home game. We got the Packers who lost today. We got the Patriots who we know we can beat. We got the Bears. We got the Lions, and we got the Giants, okay? Then we get the Jets. Oops, never mind. And then the Dolphins. So, yeah, we're good until we play the Jets. Well, no, without Aaron Rodgers, I'm not worried about the Jets. So I think we go 6-1, and then we go to the Dolphins. And if Tua is not concussed, I might have a hard time.
I love your ambition, OG, but man, I don't know, man. It's pretty close to a murderer's row outside of Pittsburgh and the Bears. I think why teams are looking.
The Lions got beat today by the freaking Falcons.
Lions got beat by the Falcons. But can we do what the Falcons did to the Lions?
I'm seeing us going fucking undefeated from now on until we hit Miami.
Yeah, but how did the Lions lose to the Falcons? I didn't catch none of that game, so I honestly didn't even know that the Lions lost.
No, wait. Green Bay lost to the Falcons. Sorry, we got to play them. The Lions lost to the Seahawks.
I remember they were. Yeah, they. I saw on the score they were up at one point, but I didn't catch any of the game.
Yeah, again, went into overtime and the Seahawks beat their ass.
Yeah, but the Seahawks can do things that we can't do in 4 situations, and I think it's kind of similar to how the Bills are. I think the Lions are terrible defensively. I think it could turn into the same track meet like it did today.
It was a shootout.
And if we get
it was a shootout
today with us.
No, the Lions and the Seahawks.
Yeah, but can we win a shootout? Is what I'm asking. Are we capable of winning a shootout?
Understand this. Little by little, week over week, Jimmy G will get more chemistry and familiar. And here's the thing, Jimmy G was out the preseason. So he's just starting to build his chemistry now between practice and the games. He threw a pass to Hunter Renfrow today, which is, one more pass than he threw last week. But Hunter Renfrow was open a lot of times. They're going to be seeing that film, and Jimmy G is going to realize, like, okay, I need to build chemistry with everybody except Meyer. Okay? Devontae Adams' numbers are horrible so far because Jimmy G. He's not throwing to the guys that are open. He can't throw the long ball. Sorry. He can dress pretty, but he can't throw the long ball. Okay. He's got to build a chemistry if we're going to do this dink and dunk bullshit with all the players other than Meyer. Meyer's in concussion protocol. Well, guess what? We got practice this week. Learn to throw the other guys. They're going to show the film saying, well, here's where Hunter Renfrow was open. And here's where Hunter Renfrow was open. Oh, and here was, like Jimmy G's going to have to freaking build the chemistry with the receivers. And it's not about him. It's got to be about the receivers. Okay. Will that improve? I believe it will. I think it will.
Mm.
And our defensive line today was ass. Sorry, no pressures on Josh.
It's been like that, OG.
Allen? What is... Yeah, but even Matt Max wasn't getting pressure. Like, what the hell?
What did we do last week? Same thing.
Yeah, we sat out the crazy man. And then we sat him out again. He was not out there. He's gone nuts and freaking doing his Instagram shit.
At this point, OG, as desperate as I am, I'm like, go ahead and put him in a straight jacket and put a Raider jersey over him and put him on the other side. It'll be better than what we got.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Tyree is getting better. The more reps he gets, the better he's getting. But when does that turn into something? And like when the next 2 years. Like you're paying years. Chandler Jones to do nothing.
Hey, J-Dog, I saw that too. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that look at that even closer on film. But he went away from it.
I'm just saying, as I'm not worried about the next 6 weeks. I think we'll be all right. After that, hopefully we've gelled enough to do something great at the end of the season. But I'm not emotionally invested. I'm analytically invested now because I can't, man. I gotta look out for my health. I've shaved my face. I'm going to shave my head. I got Halloween coming up. We got this thing here called trunk or treat at the park. Kids don't go trick-or-treating in the woods. They go to the park and do trunk or treat where you're sitting there with your trunk open full of candy to hand out stuff.
Yeah.
And so I got to get my makeup and my costume and all this shit. And then what I do is freak the little bastards out and go, "What are you doing trespassing on my swamp?" And I do the whole Shrek thing.
Oh, wow.
And, "Oh, sure, it's a magical talking donkey, but get him to shut up. Now that's a trick, right?" And the kids love that shit.
Wow.
My daughter used to call me the Santa Claus of Halloween because I do the whole Shrek thing and I have green glow lights and little signs and cardboard drawn in crayon of beware the ogre and all that shit. So I go out there and do my Shrek impersonation, and it's fun. It's a little fun thing I get to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm shaved. I'm going to shave my head and do all that crap. And I got to get my green makeup and my costume and hand out. And the thing is, it's cool. I don't buy the little mini nothing. I don't buy the little bullshit candy. I buy the big candy bars.
Okay.
I drop a couple $100 on the big candy bars. So these kids get that big candy bar in their bag and lose their minds. Happy Halloween, you little fuckers.
Oh man, I miss Halloweens like those.
And you guys were talking about, Gabe was talking about it, and you guys were talking about Murderers Row. I think Murderers Row actually starts with the Jets. Unfortunately, as much as people want to talk bad about Zach Wilson, that defense is scary. And if they can keep it close, it could be a situation. So I think that's where it starts, because you have the Jets, then you have the Dolphins after that,
and then the Chiefs.
Then the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that's where if we're not careful, we could slide right there. And also I don't want to throw Minnesota in there, but it it could be a little tough with that one too. So I hope we're by that time, like you said, hopefully Jimmy G's got good rapport with these wide receivers. Hopefully this offensive line has got, got their juice back in the run game. Josh Jacobs is back at full form and everything by that point. Hopefully by that point. And then
look, the Jets have a good defense. The Jets have a good defense. Your biggest worry is that Zach Wilson's trying to bang your mama. Okay. And other than that, yeah, it comes later. Okay. I don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. By then, if we're gelling enough, their defense don't mean shit. But afterwards, we got Miami, we got the Chiefs. If Travis Kelce, I don't know, man, he didn't look the same today against the Jaguars.
He's starting to show his age, and I think that's maybe that's just me, but I think he's starting to show his age, and we might see. I'm not going to say a complete decline, but I think we're starting to see the downtick of
right.
Kelce.
But let's see. Oh, what would be great to find out how many Chiefs games are played on turf between now and then. And let me tell you why. Kelce, because of Kelce playing on turf, probably not a good combination. As a matter of fact, every team in the NFL should stop messing with that turf shit and go to grass. The NFLPA is talking about it. Everybody, a lot of players are talking about it, and I'll tell you why. There's no excuse for this. Okay. If you can grow a 6-foot pot plant in your closet, there's no fucking reason you can't grow grass in a fucking dome. Put some UV lights in and some watering situation, and there's no reason to play on turf. Turf is bad. And a lot of players in the NFLPA starting to see that shit too.
Gabe, the reason why our D line got punked was because Max is our D line.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he got punked. I just think the Bills had a great plan.
Max was out there ice skating uphill.
No, they kept double teaming him. They always had the tight end on his side. They would chip. They just made it a rough game, and they ran away from. Like I said, to beat
They
Max,
took him out of the game.
As they would. He's the only win con the defense has. So you run away from him or you run directly at him, and that's what they did. And then by the time it got late in the quarter, the defense was they were gashed. Like I said, that third quarter was dominant for their offense, and you can see it as that. I'm not, it is what it is. I saw two different things. It was just overall,
I agree. I agree with both of you guys. I think it really comes down to the reason why Max did get punked is because a lot of the game plan that they had was they knew they had to take care of Max, and they knew it was like, let's take care of Max and force everybody else to eat. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else didn't eat. So that's why the entire line was wiped out.
They gassed him. They took him out of the game. They took him out of the game. They did not want him to be a factor. Okay.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, we can lose to anybody else but him. That's what they said. We'll lose to anybody but him.
Right. And the other factor is the last 2 weeks, everybody keyed in on Josh Jacobs. Like, no, you're not going to run on us. Okay.
Hey, man, that's on
they executed that. They took Josh Jacobs out of the equation. They took Max Crosby out of the equation. And guess what? They took Devontae out of most of the equation. Those are our best 3 players. You take them out of the equation, there's your game plan.
I mean, but it shouldn't matter if you bring in all these people and you're paying all this money to people on offense, and now all of a sudden you can't move because you just take, 2 people out?
3.
Well, I mean, Max is on defense, but on offense, I mean, you're forcing the quarterback to beat you, and you're just taking away his one option.
You're taking away 2 options. You're taking away, you're bracketing up, for the most part, Devontae Adams. Now, don't get me wrong. You can bracket him. He can still make some plays, but not as they're not letting him run loose. And you take out Josh Jacobs out of the equation, who will run all over you if he's given a shot. They are eliminating our players, 2 of our players out of the offense and 1 out of the defense. Well, who the hell are we going to win with?
I mean, the guy you brought in to win as a quarterback who has 44 victories and is known as a winner.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty.
I mean that, and then not to mention the other pieces they brought in, other weapons they brought in. I mean, besides Jacoby, who was hurt. I mean, you had Trey, the kids you drafted. You had Carter you brought in from San Diego. You had who's the other one that we brought in? Wilkerson.
Trey.
I don't even think he played today.
Trey was the best one we had today.
It was, but he ran it one time, and like I said, it's for me, it's very eerie to how it was last season, which is why it was more frustrating seeing week 1 last week and then seeing this week, is because it's like right where they started last year at the beginning of the season. This team has no identity.
Well, you bring in Trey Tucker, right? See some success with him, and don't use him anymore. That's called play calling. That's not on anybody. Let me tell you something. We lost this game because of Josh McDaniels, period. His play calling was ass. And it showed.
To answer your question, Thrash, the reason why Zamir White actually had more yards than Josh Jacobs was because at that time it was garbage time, and us running the ball at the time that we were running the ball was playing into the Bills. Thoughts. when you run the ball, that means you're taking time off the clock, and that's exactly what they wanted to do was to run the clock. So to let Zeus run like that during garbage time was okay. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and waste time off the clock. We're already up. We're all good. So
We
that's
want to
why
get out of here.
in that situation, yeah, that's why Zeus got more yards than Josh Jacobs was, because we even though McDaniels was calling the play, we were playing into what the Bills wanted us to do at that time.
We were trying to get back to basics.
Yeah. And the thing is, if this game was about bad play calling, okay, we should have been a hell of a lot more competitive. But our play calling was ass, and they were prepared to take out 3 of our best players, 2 on offense, 1 on defense. And our play calling was such garbage. Let me tell you something. Josh McDaniels better get his shit together, okay? It ain't on anybody but him. And our offense was so bad, and our defense was so bad. Our coaching was horrible. Horrible.
OG, but this is the problem. Every team that's coming up can do exactly what the Buffalo Bills did. Their defense can play just like that.
Not
The
really.
Bills don't have the best defense that we're going to play. Who has a worse defense than the Bills in the next 6 games? That's why I said it was murderer's row, because the teams can do exactly what the Bills just did, and they're more capable. Now, offensively, there are some teams that don't have the offensive weapons.
Pittsburgh can't do it. Okay.
I mean, I give you Pittsburgh. But the thing is, Pittsburgh still has a great coach.
Yeah, a great coach, but they don't have talented players.
I think they have enough talent to win games. Absolutely, they do.
Not this game.
I mean, we had that before, and then we lost that game in Pittsburgh last year.
I agree with you. I think and hopefully we get to this position. I hope that eventually we're not yes we want great players, and great players are supposed to do great things, but they're not supposed to do great things every time. And that's what we're expecting from Max Crosby to do. It's almost like every single snap, we need Max Crosby to have to do a strip sack, recover the ball, and take it to the house. And we need to have more of guys like that. You know what I'm saying? And we can't solely rely on one person to do that for the entire team. Hopefully we can get to that, but I do understand what you're saying. Great players are supposed to do great things.
Well, what did Al Davis say? First, you got to have great players. And then you got to have great coaches. Well, we got some great players. We don't have great coaches. And then we tell them one thing: just win, baby. Well, guess what? We don't have the coaches for just win, baby. And we don't have enough great players. We've got 3 great players. That ain't going to cut it. And we don't have enough great coaches because we have no great coaches. Sorry. Hate to say it. McDaniels is not the answer. The Patriot way is not the way. Okay.
I don't even think this is the Patriot way.
No. But here's the thing. Dink and dunk offense, because they know you can't throw deep. Okay. Then you got, you don't have the weapons to scare anybody when you do this. So realistically, the problem here is you're going to see, I think we're going to win the next 6 games. That's being super optimistic. Maybe overly optimistic. Okay. If we don't win the next 6 games, Josh McDaniels has shown that he is a failure as a head coach again.
I could agree to that. It's just
I think you're echoing, OT.
No, I don't have YouTube on.
You know,
But,
somebody's echoing.
but we already know that this is a copycat league. And the Bills got the formula last week. They knew that they had to stop the run and have us rely on Jimmy G's arm.
Yep.
And Jimmy G's arm this week failed us.
Mm-hmm.
So they had the formula, and personnel wise, them stopping the run is not their strongest suit, but they were able to do that. That fell into the pass game, which is actually their stronger suit. They're a better secondary than what they are up front.
Right, but they managed to stop Josh enough to make us get away from the run.
Exactly.
Okay. Here's the problem. Okay, look, it's the Buffalo Bills. They're a contender. They're a real contender. Okay. Again, I think we should go 6-1. A 6-run game after a 6-week run after this. Okay. And as we do that, we improve. So the last half of the season isn't a complete disaster. We win half of those games. But I'm sorry. I came on here because I still want to know, is this all Jimmy G's fault? Because last year everybody's blaming Carr for every loss. Those Kardashians, are they talking trash about Jimmy G? No. He's only been in. Okay. But none of these Kardashians last year are talking trash on Jimmy G. Well, that's the easiest guy to blame. He's a quarterback. Where are you at? Where are you at, Kardashians?
Yeah, I had one of the there's a guy that I know that doesn't care for the previous quarterback and was very adamant about the quarterback that we have now, which is fine. But I'm still waiting for you to tell me if Jimmy G was the reason why we lost this game.
Yeah, they aren't going to come out. They're not.
And I'm not saying it's not solely on him. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm in the mode on this channel to hold whoever it is accountable.
What I'm saying is these Kardashians who were so heavy into trashing Derek Carr last year, I don't hear them criticizing Jimmy G. And I'm a little curious about that. Like, where are you at? Because you don't know shit about football, you're not here.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it.
I think there's a kickback when I'm talking. I don't know if it's on your end or if it's mine.
I don't have YouTube on, so I don't know.
Okay. Let me see here. Hello? Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, when I unmuted you, or when I muted you, it was clear.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, dude, I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Okay. I just wanted to let you know. Just wanted to come in and support the channel, brother. Good talking to you again. I haven't been on in a while. But anyway, look, go Raiders. I ain't scared. This will get better. Everything will be fine. But don't drop your heads, man. I didn't expect to win 2 road games in a row.
Well, it's good. It's good. It's good to see you, OG, and you know you're always welcome here. If you guys have not checked him out, he has his channel. You can check him out on Chronicles of the Black Hole. You know, and check out all the great stuff that he has on his channel. I know he has some other stuff that he'll be doing and has going on there. So blessings to you and your wife and all as well. And I will see you when I see you, my brother.
You got it, bro. Have a good night.
All right. Good night. Good night. Hey, how you guys doing, guys? All right. Pyro, blessings to you. And you guys, I have probably going to be on here for a few more minutes because I didn't expect to be on here this long, but you guys know how it is when we start talking this Raider football and just talking whatever, you know. If you guys have not, please take the moment to click the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. I do stay active. You will see me frequently, you know, barring all the other stuff that's going on. As you guys, some of you guys know, some of you guys don't know, but as you guys continue to go along this journey with me, you'll continue to get to know me. On this channel, I am an advocate for being a donor. So if you're interested in being a organ donor, you can sign up. The link is always in the description of my video, but also in the chat. If you're interested in getting that information, all you have to do is put !DON in the chat, and then it'll give you the link to be a donor. Also, if you're interested if you want prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG at TwuanTwuan, TWUAN, or in the chat. All you have to do is put !pray in the chat. Link pops up, and then you can get my IG, send your prayer request, and you'll be able to link up with me on there. And then also, guys, remember, Ask Twuan. If you guys have any Raider or life-related questions, you can submit those to me on IG or in the chat with all caps, hashtag Ask Twuan. And if it is actually a good question, whether life or Raider-related, I'll do a video specifically on that. So I do the game plan, which is a segment of this channel, and also I do who ate the brown crackers? Who ate the brown crackers? So I'll be dropping who ate the brown crackers shortly. So stay tuned for that. And if you guys don't know what brown crackers are and what they do, check out one of my videos and you will see that. Of course, the title will be Who Ate the Brown Crackers? So you guys talk to me for a few more minutes, and we gonna Wild Turkey, good to see you. All eyes on G, blessings to you. Al's Ghost, good to see you, my guy. There we go. We the people, good to see you. Yeah, that, you know, Al's Ghost, I think that situation is, it's one of those things where you have the first drive is always tricky because the first drive, especially on the offensive side of the ball, is always scripted. You know, in most cases, the coach has a set amount of plays. He's like, okay, this is going to get us down the field. You know, so those are kind of like premeditated, I'll say. You have the premeditated plays, and in most cases, those premeditated plays either get you 7 or they'll get you some points, right? So it was good. It, you know, and no discredit, you know, I'm not downgrading it. No discredit to it. It's a good thing. But after that, it's like, what next? And that's where we're running into some trouble. Ray Love, good to see you. I hope all is well. I'm trying to go through the chat and make sure I got everybody. J Dog, good to see you, my guy. Blessings to you. EJ, good to see you. Yeah. You guys want to see Josh Jacobs? You guys want to see a play of Josh Jacobs? Let me know in the chat if you guys want to see a Josh Jacobs highlight. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to see a Josh Jacobs highlight. Put a 0 in the chat if you don't want to see a Josh Jacobs highlight. Wild Turkey said 1. Eduardo, good to see you. He said 1. Ray said 1. All Eyes said 1. Okay, let me pull it up for you guys. Let me pull it up. All right, here goes Josh Jacobs, you guys. That was the Josh Jacobs highlight. That's what Josh Jacobs looked like today. Hey, Ron, what intercept? Which one? We have more than one. Hey, we gained a yard. You see that? Did you see when we gained a yard? He went past the line of scrimmage. Okay. That was the let's break down the play. So you have the running back and the whole team knew that it was a run. So yeah. That was the highlight. that was when that's when Jacobs was faster. Oh God. Ron said he took linebacker took his lunch money. Took his lunch money. Since Nightbot said it, you guys, there goes the information. If you're interested in supporting the channel financially, help this channel grow and get some nice equipment. Because right now I'm on the bare minimum, but hey, we getting it done over here. We getting it done over here. So if you're interested, it's like it says, it's not expected, but it definitely is appreciated. So if you're interested in doing that, it actually will go back into the channel, and I will let you know when stuff like that does come in, and I'll say, hey, I spent it on this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you guys to know. where your contributions go. It will go to this channel, and eventually, my goal is, like I say, you're a blessing, be a blessing to someone else. Eventually, I'll be using those funds to feed it back into being a blessing to somebody else, whether I identify a organization, a month or whatever the situation is. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it all the way. But yeah, I definitely want to use those to be a blessing to those around me.
Yeah, how's it sound now?
You're good. I think that was OG. While Turkey said JJ changed his number to -8.
I mean, look. Hey, how many yards did he end up with, actually? Did he end the game with negative yards, or did he actually get positive?
You know what? Let me see. Because I actually have him on my I was so mad because I was expecting for him to eat today.
Man, I know I got him in fantasy too. That's why. I mean, he was doing well with the reception numbers, but
yeah, he went -2. It's showing -2 yards.
rushing.
Yeah.
Is that the first time in his career getting negative yards?
Let me see the breakdown. So he went -2 yards rushing and 51 yards receiving.
Yeah. He had a nice day receiving. I think he had like 7 receptions out the backfield. So his hands got better.
Yeah.
Hands got better. His pass blocking got extremely better. Just that offensive line got to just hold block. Man, it was atrocious today. How feeble-minded that run blocking. It was nasty, man. For them to be considered and called like they were literally the best week 1 supposedly. You look like shit. I mean, there was aspects of us looking like shit because I don't think people say we look like shit in the open and dry.
I was trying to warn everybody last week, and people were calling me, they were actually calling me JT 2.0. Someone called me. But they said I was JT 2.0. But again, I was just saying, hey, if we play like we played with the Broncos, it's gonna be a problem. And I got killed in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I think I actually lost. I think my subscriber number went down after that.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm
here. You're lagging a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, so but that's where it's at, man. We gotta play better. If our sights, again, I'm gonna keep preaching this. If our sights are to be in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl, we gotta be better, yo. We gotta be better. You guys, give me your grade. Let's try to close this out today. Give me your grade on this game. Give me your honest grade. Well, actually, no, don't do that because I put a short out. So go to my short. Remember, go to my short and put your grade not on my short, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I put a YouTube short out there. So go ahead and check out my video, my latest video, and get active, get involved. Good to see you. Good to see you. Raiders.
You want my grade?
You can give me your grade.
All right. I'm gonna do mine a little different. I'm not gonna do I'll do the overall at the end, but I'll say how I did the breakdown earlier that we talked about. I'll say overall for offense, I'll give it a C minus D plus. Quarterback, I give it a D. Running back, I'll give it the yards is hard, but the little things he did very well. But then it's a mere fumble. That's right, he did fumble. I think I got to give him a D too. Because he did a lot of little things good, which I kind of was looking at C, but now that I think about it, with Zamir and just overall, it's kind of comboed in with the line. Yeah, I got to give him a D. Negative yards. They had a turnover. Pass blocking was decent. Catching the ball at the backfield. Yeah, I got to give it a D. Wide receivers. Wait. Devontae. Renfro had one pass. I give him a D plus, C minus. O-line, they get a C because their pass blocking looked absolutely really, really good. It's just the run blocking was really bad. So if it was just based off of pass blocking, they would have got an A. But because the run blocking was an F, I got to bring that down to a C. Defense. Overall, the defense gets a D minus. Defensive line, they get a D. I'll say linebackers. I'll give them a B. I think the linebackers played really decent today. Especially with the way the D line was playing and not eating up blocks. I think the DBs got. I'll give the DBs a C. I didn't think they played. They didn't play too well. They didn't really give up a big play in the pass game like that. But it's not like Josh had to throw the ball downfield, really. So, the fact that they weren't challenged kind of helps their grade. I gave special teams an A.
Okay.
But yeah, so overall, it's a D plus overall grade. D plus, C minus.
Okay.
So
we gonna transition. We're gonna transition. Thank you for telling us that. You guys, definitely please get engaged with us. I have on my channel, I have a short that I just released. And I asked you guys what your grade is. Please go over there, put your grade in, like it, share it. You know what I'm saying? Do what it do over there. But we're gonna transition to this, and I always do this on all of my lives. And JT, I'm gonna ask you to get involved with this one too. and get ready. I'm actually going to give the good word. You know what I'm saying? And the good word is a positive word, a phrase, a thought that you want to share with the nation, to send positivity to everybody. Give some word of wisdom. That's what we do here on this channel. We don't only just talk Raider football. We talk, positivity. We talk love. We talk, motivation to help each other. We are a family. We are a community, and we definitely show love here. And I hope that I do that for you guys on this channel. So JT, I'm actually going to have you start off, and I'm going to ask you what is your good word?
My good word, confidence.
Confident. Okay.
Definitely have confidence in what you do. Study on what you know. Update yourself on what you don't know. Be confident in what you say. Be confident in what you do. Have confidence in. Be confident in being unconfident. What was the thing that I think Mike Tyson has a saying? It's you got to have confidence in things that you're not comfortable with. So if you're uncomfortable with something, do everything you can to be comfortable and confident in it. So if that means you got to read more, just to, just work on your confidence in yourself. And I know a lot of people second guess themselves. Should I do all the time myself? So, just develop to learn how to, be confident in yourself and what you do.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Good word. Thank you for that good word. My good word for you guys is don't allow, and I'm trying to phrase this properly, don't allow another person's loss dictate your happiness. Okay. And I think that works well with us today. And I'm actually going to take that off because I want you guys to look at this ugly face. Of course, we as the Raiders, we took the L, but don't let this L dictate the rest of your week, and don't let it dictate your overall happiness. Okay. Don't. It's okay. It's okay to take it in, embrace it, but quickly flip that switch. Okay. Quickly flip that switch. I know sometimes it's hard, but don't allow the loss to dictate your overall happiness. Okay. That is my good word for you guys on today. Remember, you guys, hit me up on IG at Twuan TW or JT. Please let them know about your channel. Let them know what you got going on. Go ahead and let us know what we need to know, my guy. Your mic is off.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
So there'll actually be a post going up this week. I won't be doing a live. It will just be a post. It'll be a clip. It'll be a video. Just describing things that I see, amongst the team. It won't be all negative or anything like that. It'll just be what I'm seeing, a review. Might be also working on doing reviews of my old takes. Trying to gather old footage of things that we've seen from last year to try and compare. Just things like that. But there will be a video up this week.
Like I said, catch me up for review. Up for review Twitter. It'll be live today. There will be up for review Instagram page as well. So y'all can hit me there. Things are coming. I am getting things in order and getting it established. So wish this lady would hurry up and open the gate, but you can find me there.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much, JT. You guys, please check him out. Get involved with him. I know we'll be working, you know what I'm saying, collaborating a lot more often. But yeah, you guys definitely stay tuned for him, but also you guys, for me, you guys know, Twuan at IG, if you guys need prayer for you or your family members, organ donor, DON in the chat, or all the information is in the link of my descriptions of all my videos, my lives, and all that stuff. I have a bunch of content that I drop throughout the week. And then also I do a podcast, 2-for-1 podcast with SC Experience. Eric from the SC Experience, we have a great podcast that we co-host. And stay tuned, because I believe Thursday. I think it's Thursday we'll be live. But definitely stay tuned for those, because those are they'll be scheduled ahead in advance. But everything else, you guys know I do live at random. So definitely click the notification bell so that you know that you are notified. I appreciate all the love. There's a few people that said that great show. I love your content. Hey, look, I'm trying to do the best I can while I can and with what I got. So with all I got, I try to give it unto you guys. So thank you guys for allowing for me to do what I do. I did not know I was going to be live for about 3 hours, but you guys all rock with me. If you guys please take the moment to subscribe and help me out in that. I'm actually looking right now. I'm about 40 away from 250 subscribers, which I did not ever think I was going to get close to even 200 subscribers. So I thank you guys for even getting me to that. But please share this out to all, you know what I'm saying? Share these to your friends and everything else as we go forward. Again, I'm here to share Raider football, love, positivity. You know what I'm saying? If someone needs prayer on the spot, I got you covered. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Hit me up on IG. I'm here for everybody in the nation. Keep your head up, nation. Raider Nation for life. Everybody else. Okay, you guys. Hey, look, remember, you guys are a blessing. Okay? Be a blessing to someone else. And let's go.
Vamos Raiders. Go Raiders.
Let's go Raiders.
What up, hello?
most of all, winning football games. Today is a day when our heroes of the past become our legends of the future. Time never really stops for the great ones. We wrap them in a cloak of immortality and remember recognize you, Virginia Madden. His sons, Mike and Joey, they were a football family, so that John could pursue his dreams. To Raider Twuan and a tribute to John Madden and Al Jacobs, who declared that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.
Charlotte.